Dear children, hearty welcome to chemistry class. We are surrounded by various things all the time. We can see and touch most of these things. They are called matter. However, there are other things which we cannot see or touch, but they are capable of changing matter. These invisible things like heat, light, sound, etc. are called energy. Thus, our world is made up of matter and energy. Today, we will study about matter. That is the first lesson of your textbook. I think in class 6 you have studied about matter. Do you remember what is matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space and can be perceived by our senses is called matter. So matter is anything that has mass, occupies space and can be perceived by our senses. Can you give examples? We have air, water, sugar, sand, coal, etc. Now we understood that matter has mass and occupies space. The amount of matter that a body contains is called its mass. The amount of matter that a body contains, it is known as mass. When the mass is measured with respect to the force of gravity, it is known as weight. Do you know what is gravity? Gravity is the force with which Earth attracts all objects towards its center. That force is called gravity. When the mass is measured with respect to the force of gravity, then it is known as weight. Weight is equal to mass into force of gravity. The mass remains constant on the earth or on the moon or on the space. The mass remains the constant, but weight keeps varying from place to place and from height to depth. An object weighs only 1/6 on the moon of its weight on the earth, though the mass of that object remains the same. This is because the earth's gravity is 6 times that of the moon. Did you understand? For example, if you have 60 kilogram weight on the earth and if you go to moon, your weight will be only 10 kilogram. This is because earth's gravity is 6 times that of the moon. Understood? The amount of space occupied by a body is called its volume. The space occupied by an object is called its volume. So we studied 3 terms: mass, weight and volume. Mass is the amount of matter that a body contains. When the mass is measured with respect to force of gravity, it is known as weight. And the amount of space occupied by a body is called its volume. So we can say anything that has mass and occupies space is known as matter. Everything in the universe is made up of matter. Do you know what is matter made up of? Matter is made up of small particles. Matter is made up of small particles. We call these small particles as atoms or molecules. Let us study the characteristics of matter. What are the characteristics of matter? I told you matter is made up of particles. Particles of matter are very small. You cannot see the particles of matter with your eyes. They are too small to be viewed with your eyes. Then particles of matter have interparticle space between them. Between the particles there is a space. Okay. Then particles of matter attract each other. Finally, particles of matter are in constant random motion. Random motion, or we call as zigzag motion. Particles of matter are in constant random motion. These are the characteristics of matter. Let us see. Particles of matter are very small. Particles of matter have interparticle space between them. Particles of matter attract each other. Particles of matter are in constant random motion. I told you particles of matter have space between them. The space between the particles is known as interparticular space. Let us see what is it. The space between the particles is called interparticular space or intermolecular space. We have studied that particles of matter attract each other. They attract with each other with a force, and the force is known as intermolecular force. The force of attraction between the particles of matter which keeps them together is known as the intermolecular force of attraction. The force of attraction between the particles of matter. This force of attraction keeps the particles together. The force of attraction between the particles of matter which keeps them together is known as the intermolecular force of attraction. As said already, the particles of matter are always in a random motion. The random movement of particles in the matter, especially fluids, is a result of continuous bombardment from the particles of that matter and the particles of surrounding matter. This random movement is known as Brownian motion. The random movement of particles in fluids is called Brownian motion. Let us explain what is a fluid. Fluids are gases and liquids. Liquids and gases together we call as fluids. So Robert Brown gave the evidence for the existence and movement of particles in liquids. The random movement of particles in liquids is known as the Brownian motion. Now we understood that matter has mass and occupies space. Here lies the definition of Brownian motion. The random motion or zigzag motion of particles on the surface of a liquid or in air is called Brownian motion. Brownian motion has been named after the botanist Robert Brown. He used a microscope to look at randomly moving pollen grains in water. So Brownian motion is the random motion or zigzag motion of particles on the surface of a liquid or in air. Understood? The random motion of particles of matter can also be proved by a phenomenon known as diffusion. The intermixing of substances by the natural movement of their particles is called diffusion. The intermixing of two or more substances due to the motion of their particles in order to get a uniform mixture is called diffusion. Simply we can say the intermixing of substances by the movement of particles. Okay. Diffusion occurs when two substances are kept in contact with each other. The particles of one substance move into the interparticle space of the other substance. Diffusion is the net movement of anything from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. That means the particles move from higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Brownian motion and diffusion are fastest in gases. Remember that one? Brownian motion and diffusion are fastest in gases and reduce as we move from gas to liquid to solid. Maximum Brownian motion and diffusion can be seen maximum in gases and least in solids. Once again, diffusion is the intermixing of two or more substances due to the motion of their particles, and it is the movement of anything from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Let us study the significance of diffusion in everyday life. When perfumes are sprayed at one part of the room, it spreads through the whole room due to diffusion. The perfume particles travel from higher concentrated area to the entire room where the concentration is less. Have you ever wondered why the fragrance of incense sticks or agarbattis lighted during prayers spread all over to your home? This is due to diffusion. Let us see the next significance, that's about tea bags. When we put tea bags into a cup of water, it mixes in the whole cup of tea and it happens due to diffusion. Tea bag contents diffuse from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Here the lower concentration is water in the mug. Winding up for the day. Thank you.